Are we live? I hope we are.
Yes.
I hope so. I am so delighted today. Welcome to my kitchen. I am absolutely thrilled that you've joined us on this very dreich Aberdeen day, and I'm joined by the legendary Eileen Pike. What can I say? I am thrilled to have you
Thank
in
you so
my
much,
kitchen.
Fiona. Thank you.
Welcome, and you look fabulous.
Thank you.
For all of you watching out there from all over the world, I just want to say what a thrill it is for me to have Eileen. I know her daughter Laura Pike very well, and her son Craig, who are both amazing individuals. Craig being chairman of Aberdeen Performing Arts, and Laura is a human dynamo of a musician and brings sing together and is fantastic. So nobody could manage without Eileen, and she is a wonderful musician, former primary school teacher, head of a primary school, and for many years played with the Jack Sinclair show band.
I did.
So tell us a little bit about the early years playing with Jack.
Well, it was very busy. I mean, we were travelling all over Scotland, you know. I mean, sometimes we played 4 or 5 nights a week, maybe two nights a week at Aviemore, 2 at Edinburgh, Princess Street Gardens, and of course I was teaching full-time too. So, but it was fun, and I met lots of interesting, very well-known people who were just lovely. So I've considered myself very privileged. I've had a lovely life.
Well, you are, and now I am just thrilled that you're going to be singing, and I'm going to be singing with you, and I'm going to double check. First of all, the noise in the background, by the way, is our puppy who chucks down a bone. Will you stop doing that, please, in the middle of our kitchen concert? My husband's lying on this horrible purple beanbag that we cannot even show. Now, are you hearing us okay? Oh, yes, good. Can you hear the sound? That, because I'm in charge. Yes, everything's good. Everything. My son has given me a thumbs up. That's great. It's the technicalities of it all that are very...
Yes, that's beyond me.
I mean, that we're on our own here, you know. I mean, Francis is reading the paper, the dog's chucking the bone down in the ground. My son's watching telly through the house, but has given us a thumbs up. I'm feeling rather nostalgic this week because, of course, we lost Johnny Beattie and we said farewell, but a wonderful man, wonderful life, well lived, and a great Scottish entertainer. And of course, we also lost Annie Ross in New York, and desperately sad to have lost 2 such legendary...
Yes, legendary people.
Yeah, it's just... so what we are hoping to do is cheer everyone up a little bit.
Yes.
And in these strange times, Eileen, you know, what I think a lot of us have felt is we haven't been allowed to have a hug.
No, or touch or hold hands or, you know.
And that's even with your husband.
Oh, yes.
But you have a song about
a hug. Yes, I notice you've got a little note there that says, hug the people you love every day. Isn't that nice?
Yes.
Well, I've got a little song about a hug, which was written by Mick Foster and Alan. And would you like to hear it?
Okay,
indeed. It's all about how important a hug is, how it lifts you when you're feeling low. So, okay, let's try it. And if you know, please join in. I remember I wasn't much older than 4, maybe 5 at the most. To go to school, mornings were colder. No such thing as a bus. Our mother was searching for school bags and combing her hair the long way, as she buttered our toast and buttoned our coats. Here's what our mother did say: now we all need a hug in the morning and one at the end of the day, and many is possibly squeezed in between to keep life's troubles away. No matter wherever you wander, your problems be great or be small, it is my belief that in dropped a teardrop in his hanky. He gave his old whiskers a rub, but he knew that he'd give all he could but live a great big welcome home again hug. 'Cause we all give a hug in the morning and one at the end of the day, and many as possible strings in between to keep life's troubles away. No matter wherever you wander, our problems be great or be small, it is my relief that for instant relief a hug is the greatest good of all. Now a letter can bring consolation, a phone call can perk up the night. In the most of great aggravation, they can probably put some things to right. But when your heart feels that it's breaking, your eyes having gone past the float, and you feel like a ghost, the one thing you want most is someone to give you a hug. 'Cause we all need a hug in the morning and one at the end of the day, and many as possible squeezed in between to keep life's troubles away. No matter wherever you wander, your problems be great or be small, it is my relief that for instant relief a hug is the best cure of all.
Yay! You're dead right. A hug is the best, cure of all. And I think that's what we've all been missing, a big kind of collective hug. I'm going to look and see what is being said here. Oh, Gail Rose is watching. Hi, Gail Rose. How lovely to have you with us. I also want to say hello. I've got a few requests and hellos. Avril Duncan got in touch with me to say hello to Keith Fraser. So, hi, Keith. Nice. And also I'd like to say hello to Moira, who lives across the road from the Drennans in East Kilbride. Thank you for watching. And I think Moira goes back to Malig days, which of course my dad on the West Coast, and you were talking about Robbie Shepherd.
Yes,
earlier.
I did. Great friends of your dad too. Yes, wonderful. And Esma, his wife.
And Esma, and they're both keeping well?
Both keeping well, yes.
Yeah, they're
hoping to listen tonight.
Oh, I hope so. I hope so.
Yes.
If so, hello, Robbie and Esma. We're just doing our own thing here in the kitchen, and hope that you are listening, and hope you joined in with Eileen and your hug. And the Anderton family have written in during the week. Frank Thompson.
Oh, yes. Good friend.
A beautiful accordion player.
Wonderful accordionist.
And I hope that we can maybe have Frank over sometime soon to play
great
accordion in the kitchen. Deborah Kirkness.
Oh, yes.
She was hoping that you would sing, I think, the Song of the Clyde.
Song of the Clyde. Maybe another time.
Another time. Okay, yes, okay. Ed Crozier. Ed watches every week, my friend Ed, and I know that he's missing Annie Ross very much, and we just want to pay tribute to Annie, and I'm going to sing something for her in a wee while. And Wilma McPherson.
Oh,
you know.
I do.
So we're feeling nostalgic, we're feeling Scottish. We're going to do Loch Lomond.
Yes, we will.
Okay. By yon bonny banks and by yon bonny braes, where the sun shines bright on Loch Lomond, where me and my true love will never meet again, on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. Oh, ye'll take the high road, and I'll take the low road, and I'll be in Scotland afore thee, where me and my true love will never meet mind when we parted on yon shady glen, on the steep, steep side of Belmont, where in purple hue the Heelan hills we view, and the moon shining out from the gloaming. Oh, you'll take the high road, and I'll take the low road, and I'll be in Scotland afore ye, but me and my true love will never meet again on the bonny, bonny banks of Lord Lomond. Oh, you'll take the high road, and I'll take the low road, and I'll be in Scotland afore ye, but me and my true love will never meet again on the bonny, bonny banks of Lord Lomond. Bravo! Oh, there is someone clapping from the beanbag in the corner. I may have to turn the camera around shortly just to show this giant beanbag, but it's fixed at the moment, but we won't do that, don't worry. But front row seat, and
Yes.
I don't know, there is something about these old songs.
Oh, beautiful, just beautiful.
And I don't know about you, but when it comes to New Year or a family occasion,
They bring back memories and nostalgia, because music and nostalgia are so related.
yeah,
Yes, happy memories.
and during COVID, I think music has helped a lot.
It has helped a lot of people, yes.
You were outside your door playing.
I was.
Tell me about
That's
that.
right.
How did that come?
Well, it just came about. I mean, people went out for a couple of weeks and kind of tentatively and clapped, you know, and then I thought, I'll take my keyboard out. And there's a chap across the road who plays drums, so he came and sat at my steps and we played. So then lots of children came out and more people in because it's difficult with neighbours now. Everybody's working so much, you know. So lots of the neighbours came out and children came out. So I ended up doing hokey cokey outside with all the children as well. So that was good. That was good.
Well,
yes.
I don't know if there are any children watching, but
No.
I know that there are a lot of grown-ups watching, and many of them will remember Opportunity Knocks with Huey Green. Do you remember? Say aye. Let me know. Put your thumbs up. Send a heart. Because Eileen was in Opportunity
I
Knocks.
was with Huey Green.
What year would that have been?
Probably 1967 or something like that, I would reckon.
And how did it
Yes.
come? How did it come about?
Well, they came to Aberdeen and were auditioning, and a few people said they were going along. Would I like to go? So I went along and sang one or two songs, you know. And they said, "Oh, we love them. They're really good. But do you want to know a song called Misty Islands of the Highlands?" And that was sung by, I think, Kathy Kay.
Yeah.
Kathy Kay.
Yeah.
Her husband, I mean, they were very famous at the time, Alistair McCulloch, was it?
That's right.
Yes,
Yes,
and,
McCulloch, yeah.
And it so happened that Jack Sinclair was in Grampian, it was the old Grampian Studios where we had to go. And I said, well, I know bits of it. And Jack said, I have that music in the car. So we did it, and there I was. So they had a lovely shot of me with mist coming everywhere. So it was called Misty Eileen.
Misty Eileen of the
Misty
Highlands.
Eileen of the Highlands. And then Jack came and introduced me, because in those days you had to have someone to introduce you. But strangely enough, it was one of the few times that they did the programme from Hope Street Studios in Glasgow.
Right.
It was usually done in London, but this was in Hope Street,
Yes.
Glasgow, which was lovely.
And great fun, and a live
Yes,
audience.
a live audience,
Yes,
absolutely,
and
yes.
done as live.
Yes, that's right.
And did it have a lot of Scottish acts in it
No,
that
it didn't
time?
really,
No,
because
no.
Anna McGoldrick, who was actually the kind of current winner at the time, she was from Ireland. They had people from all over England as well, you know.
Yeah.
But 3 of the Jack St. Clair show band actually went down to Opportunity Knocks. Carol Sim, who was a wonderful piper, Alex Green, who played tin whistle.
Yes.
He was on Opportunity Knocks as well, and myself, so the 3 of us who were on Opportunity Knocks.
Fantastic.
But we had lots of fun.
So will you do me the honour of playing Misty Isles?
Misty Eileen playing Misty Isles.
Misty Eileen.
Misty Islands of the Highlands, that's where this heart of mine forever longs to be. Misty Islands of the Highlands, homeland of memories, where the heather meets the sea. White crofter's cabin that beckoned from the glen, sweet voice that's singing, will you know come back again. Misty Islands of the Highlands, that's where this heart of mine forever longs to be. Isle of the West, where my thoughts fly to rest, as I dream of the land I was born in. Just fix my eyes on the blue of the skies, and the peat smoke arise in the morning. Misty Islands of the Highlands, that's where this heart of mine forever longs to be. Misty Islands of the Highlands, homeland of memories, where the heather meets the sea. White crofter's cabin that beckoned from the glen, sweet voice that's singing, will you know come back again. Misty Islands of the Highlands, that's where this heart of mine forever longs to be. There we are. Thank you for joining me. That was lovely.
I hope you were
Thank you.
joining in at home. It's just so lovely to hear those songs.
It is nice. They bring back lovely memories, don't they?
They do, and I
Yes.
think, a lot of people identify with the old tunes.
Yes.
I'm seeing Love Hearts floating
Oh,
up
it's
into.
lovely.
I can't see without my glasses, but let me just go and see who's. Oh, Eileen Andrew is there, and Linda Milne, well done, she's saying hello. And Joni Mackay, Kenny, Ian Patterson, hello. Oh, there's masses of hearts for you, Eileen. I mean, they're bursting with love and hearts in the kitchen. And you can see okay, everyone? I think you can, and you can hear fine.
Yes.
That's really good. Oh, I also know that with Jack St. Clair,
Yes.
you were very privileged in many ways as a
actually,
band,
As a band, we were.
because you went up to play for Her Majesty the Queen.
Many times, more than 30 times. And also at Burke Hall too, for the Queen Mother, which was lovely.
So you played for the
Yes,
Queen Mother as well.
Queen Mother as well, yes.
And were they at dances or the Gillies Ball?
The Gillies Ball, yes, but we were actually in the Musicians' Gallery in Balmoral Castle. It was about 20 feet up. But in the Queen Mother's Ball at Burke Hall, we were very much on the level, because and the Queen Mother used to come over and chat and she always asked for the bang bang dance, the bang bang dance, which was the St. Bernard Waltz.
Oh,
Where you
right.
go da pum 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 bang bang,
All right.
You see, she always
and
called
she
it.
liked that one.
Yeah,
the
she
bang
did.
bang bang.
She always danced with Prince Charles,
Yes.
which was lovely.
Yes.
So
And,
we were very fortunate.
Of course, the royal family, they adore being up in...
Yes, and
in
they love the Scottish dances, reels and jigs and all sorts
Yes.
of things. Yes.
And they like it whatever the weather. I would love to
Absolutely.
tell you that it's beautiful in Aberdeenshire today, but that would be another lie, because it is dinging down. It's what we would call here a really dreich day. It is. But this is why it's so lovely to be in the kitchen.
Well, it is.
And on Saturday, well, I was in Glasgow,
Yes.
as you know, for Johnny Beattie's
Yes.
funeral on Friday, and it was just a beautiful
Yes.
celebration of a lovely man.
A lovely man.
And the
A
four
lovely family, yes,
lovely family.
yes.
Maureen, Mark, Paul,
Yes.
Louise. Maureen spoke beautifully.
Beautiful, yes.
My uncle Alistair spoke beautifully about
Yes,
Johnny,
lovely.
as did Andy Cameron.
Oh, I heard that, yes,
and Billy
I did.
Anderson. And it was, they played the Glasgow Rap at the crematorium. It was a beautifully ethereal service in the church. And then when we went to the crematorium, they started with the Glasgow
Yes.
Rap, and which was great. And then I think Farewell to Govan, a Phil
Yes.
Cunningham tune was played on the pipes. But I think to close off was the Wedding of Jock Mackay, which
Okay,
has
yes.
about 100 verses. I think people used to clap just to get Johnny to stop singing it. He went on and on and on, but that's what Johnny
Yes,
wanted, and
yes.
it was a wonderful send off.
Yes.
And
the curtains.
And the
came out,
curtains.
which is lovely.
Well, the curtains opened, or the cloots, or the
Yes,
tabs.
yes.
They opened and closed, and we thought, well, that's the end of the service. But actually, there was an encore.
Yes,
And
that was
just as
lovely.
Johnny would have wanted.
And you all clapped.
And
I
we all
saw that,
clapped
you all
and
clapped,
gave him a
which was
standing
lovely,
ovation. And
which was lovely.
it was
Yes,
lovely. It was lovely.
indeed.
So I believe that Annie Ross's funeral, sadly, was in New York last
Okay,
week.
okay.
And what a talent. And sister of Jimmy Logan. And many of you will remember Uncle Jimmy to me. He was
Yes,
my
yes.
godfather and much loved.
Yes.
And last week I attempted to sing Twisted for Annie, and I'm so pleased that
Yes.
I tried. And,
Oh, yes,
and I'm going to
yes.
learn it properly
Yes,
for another
that's
time.
good. That's a good challenge to have. Good challenge.
But I thought maybe for now
Yes.
we might sing Amazing Grace.
Yes, that would be lovely.
Will we try
yes,
that?
Yes.
Let's do that. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear, the hour I first believed. Through many dangers, toils and snares, we have already come. 'Twas grace that brought us safe thus far, and grace will lead us home. Happy memories, happy
Yes,
memories.
indeed.
Well, I think we need to cheer ourselves up a bit now.
well.
I think you have a song that you
Well,
told me about earlier,
yes, I did.
and you weren't very sure if you were going to
wasn't
sing it
sure.
or not.
I wasn't sure. I didn't know if it was very appropriate for me.
I think it's
Very appropriate for me. Probably very appropriate for lots of people. Because I have got 40 shades of grey in my hair now. Which is not a good idea. Never mind. It's something you've just had to get on.
I think a lot of
Yes.
people during lockdown have been saying the same
Yes.
thing, men and women alike. It's like, when can I see the hairdresser? Debbie,
That's right.
Where are you, Debbie, when I need you? What about, I need my hair chopped. And what about everybody? I mean, we were
That's
all,
right.
and Neil Burst, who came last week, and it was so lovely to meet. I'd only ever seen her with really short hair, and he arrived here with like curls. And then Sam Dines and Santa, my niece and her boyfriend.
Yes.
I mean, he arrived with kind of like afro hair, and I know that they're now back in France, and he's had a serious
Yes.
haircut. So it's
It
often,
is.
although it seems like a little thing, and it's just,
know,
it's
I know.
kind of important.
Yes, it is. This one was written by a lady called Moira Fraser, who married Mick Foster of Foster and Allen.
Oh, right.
So she actually, because she always had her hair coloured, and she said, "Oh, I just had to write this song because I miss my I miss my colour."
Yes.
So, however,
So
I
it's-
don't know if I will go back. But
So
we'll see.
the song is called...
It's called 40 Shades, not of Green, but 40 Shades of Grey.
How-
Not the book, not the big book. I hesitate to say 40 Shades of Grey.
I think I'd be shocked if it was that.
I get up in the morning, I get set to face the day. A coffee and a shower, a bit of makeup, I'm on my way. But when I start to do my hair, I nearly cried and said, there are no highlights and no lowlights, only 40 shades of grey. But most of all I miss the girl in Johnny's hair salon. My fringes are my eyes, and all my bonny curls are gone. I've got split ends and a dandruff, but I could cope with them okay. I look like a washed-out hunky with the 40 shades of grey. Well, I don't mind the self-isolation. There's loads for me to do. I scrubbed the floor 3 times this morning, done the ironing and cleaned the loo. I'm glad that we're not touring, 'cause I can hear the fans all sing, plus the wifey on the keyboard with her 40 shades of grey. But most of all I miss the girls in Johnny's hair salon. My fringes are my eyes, and all my bonny curls are gone. I split ends and I dandruff, but I can cope with them okay. I look like a washed-out hunky with the 40 shades of grey. Now I've plenty of time to practice the piano and the box, but I've no one to admire me, saying who's that silver fox. And when this COVID is over, I'll let nature take its way. There'll be no dyeing and no curling, only 40 shades of grey. 'Cause we will beat the COVID virus with the 40 shades of grey.
Bravo!
There's that thought.
Bravo! That's wonderful.
Who's that silver fox? I thought that was really nice.
I've just been looking on the iPad while you've been doing this
Okay.
because great harmony, lovely accompaniments. Ed Crozier says it's brilliant. The problem is the delay.
Yes, of course.
If you try and do this at the same time, everybody, it doesn't seem to work. You're wonderful, Eileen. You make me smile. Virtual hugs and bozies from me. All my shades of grey and I are clapping for Eileen here in Nashville. Oh, best COVID song I've heard. Awesome song,
Right.
beautiful. Martin Ingram, great
Okay.
show tonight, ladies. Please say to Eileen
Yes,
from
of
me.
course. I did.
So I'm gonna-
I used to be a North Sound.
I'm putting that there because as I can't do everything.
No,
I can't
that's
do
it,
the
that's
technical
it,
things, boys and
that's
girls. That was fabulous.
I can.
Everybody is writing
Yes.
in and saying how
Okay,
brilliant.
that's good. That's
So it was Mick Foster's.
Mick Foster of Foster and Allen.
Yes.
Yes.
So they had lots of.
Oh, they have wonderful songs, catchy ones. You know,
Yes.
they have beautiful songs. Tony Allen's a fabulous singer, but Mick Foster played the accordion and sang.
Yeah.
But he likes the sort of catchy little songs and beautiful.
Yes.
Yes. And Maura Fraser was a girl from Aberdeen, and she married Mick Foster about 2-3 years ago.
Oh,
yes.
I didn't realise that. And
Yes.
she wrote the words.
Yes, she wrote the words. Of
I mean,
that.
and they're so
Yes.
clever.
She's very,
And
very
they're so
clever.
apt.
And she plays so many instruments. You know,
But-
so many instruments,
And-
flutes and all. Wonderful accordion.
And I think this is also what we keep saying
That's
is
right.
keep supporting
It's important.
live
It's so
music.
important.
Go, you know, I know that anyone who's watching here is doing that anyway, just by watching.
Yes.
But I think it's giving the opportunity for a lot of the young
It is,
people.
It is. To get to know this old music too.
It is to get to know the old music and
Yes.
also
to
we-
bring their new things to it.
And earlier I mentioned something called Sing Sing Sing,
yes, that's
which
wonderful.
Laura Pike, Eileen's daughter, and myself pulled together with
Yes.
Voluntary Service Aberdeen to create an event that's grown like topsy over the last 4 or 5 years, where we've brought 8 choirs
Yes.
together, nearly 200 people who've never sung before, to form a choir and compete.
Yes.
3 months, 2 songs, 1 performance.
performance.
And then we go to the music hall in Aberdeen, which
Yes.
sells out.
I know.
And we've raised a lot
Lots of money.
Lots of
I
money.
don't know how much money. Maybe 80.
80 or 90,000
Anyway,
pounds, yes.
I would reckon that.
But
But that's good.
But
That's good.
but your choir, I have to say, my husband had a favourite choir. It was
Thank you.
It
Thank
was
you,
your
Frances.
choir
Thank you.
because well, one year you had feather boas.
Yes, that's right.
I think it's fair to say
That's
that the average age of your choir.
Probably 70 plus 80. Many of them are 8, but they love getting dressed up for things, and that's important too.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, look at you, you're
they had
fabulous.
lots of fun. They had lots
Well, I think the combined age was something like 1600, 1684 or something, the combined age. And they were doing ABBA songs.
Yes,
They were,
we did, we did.
You're a shameless bunch.
Absolutely,
bunch of
absolutely. And I'm always looking for men for my choir, of course.
Well, and how do you?
Yes.
Well, you told me before you were
Yes.
out. You were actually out.
Well, not exactly out in the streets of Woodside, but kind of letting myself be known to any kind of interested gentleman. Please come to my choir. Please come to my choir.
Well, I heard that you were trawling the streets of Aberdeen. I don't want.
Well,
I don't want
that's
to
a
upset,
nice way of putting it for you.
I don't want to upset your husband or
he
your
won't.
family.
He won't be. Oh, they won't be upset. They're accustomed to me by now, I'm sure.
Because it's sometimes quite hard to get men
It is. But the ones who came, it's only
to
ones who
sing in a
came.
choir. I should
Yes.
just qualify that.
Yes, yes.
It's hard to get men anyway, but it's hard to get men to sing in a choir.
But
That is
there's
really.
Frances. I'll know that you. I'll be back, Frances.
So I think
It's
maybe
fine.
to round off
Yes.
our rather lovely
Yes.
the
A medley.
medley.
Like, sing along.
Yes, a sing-along
Yes,
medley.
yes,
Are
that would be
you
lovely.
ready at home to
Yes,
sing along?
of
Because we're
course.
going to start with a song that my father wrote.
Oh, how lovely.
Make Your Way to Stornoway, lovely Stornoway. So I grew up. Dad
Yes.
wrote this with Bob Halfon, who worked in the Tottenham Court Road in, well, what was the Tin Pan Alley
Okay,
of
yes.
just off Tottenham Court Road, and he worked in a wee office. And my dad took me there when I was a little girl, and he and Bob had written
That was a lovely
this song
song,
together.
lovely song.
Well, given that Bob had never even been to Scotland in his puff, it came out rather
Yes.
well. And
Yes.
lots of dance bands sing it and play it.
Yes.
And then we're going to do I Belong to Glasgow
Yes.
in
Johnny
memory
Beattie.
of Johnny Beattie
Yes,
and,
that's right.
and Annie Ross, who's
Yes,
the
of
Logan
course.
family and the
Yes,
Short
that's
family.
lovely.
And then the Northern
We're going to do
Lights.
the Northern Lights.
Because
Okay?
we're in Aberdeen
Yes,
and I
yes.
married an Aberdonian, so I better sing something for him. Make your way to Stornoway on the road to Oronsay, where my thoughts return.
I belong to Glasgow, dear old Glasgow too. There's nothing the matter with Glasgow, for it's going rule and rule. I'm only a common old working chap, as anyone here can see. But I get a couple of drinks on a Saturday. Glasgow belongs to me. Let's do it again. I belong to Glasgow, dear old Glasgow town. There's nothing the matter with Glasgow, for it's going rule and rule. I'm only a common old working chap, as anyone here can see. But when I get a couple of drinks on a Saturday, Glasgow belongs to me. The northern lights of old Aberdeen mean home, sweet home to me. The northern lights of Aberdeen are what I long to see. I've been a wanderer all of my life, and many a sight I've seen. Godspeed the day when I'm on my way to my home in Aberdeen.
Hooray!
I think the doggies are clapping too.
Eileen, thank you so
It's
much.
been a great pleasure.
You are just, will you come back?
Of course I'll come
So,
back. If you want me
I
back.
would love you to come back, and we've got to do the Song of the Clyde,
Okay.
the Midgie song.
Oh, yes.
We've got to learn that one.
Yes.
I'll learn Twisted
Yes.
properly.
Yes.
And there's so many songs.
Yes,
Oh,
so
the
many
Lights
good
of
ones.
Loch and Dol.
Oh yes, we'll do the lights of Loch.
Eileen is taking requests, everybody. I will take requests on her behalf. But I think it's fair to say on behalf of everyone, and everyone watching, from Lydia, Nashville, Tennessee,
Wonderful.
to Cruden Bay.
Yes,
I know
yes.
Rosemary will be watching in Cruden Bay. And so many friends, Ed Crozier, the Drennas, everybody around the place. Thank you. I cannot see on my phone exactly who's watching, but I know there's lots of you, and we will reply. And please join us again next week. But thanks so much.
Good.
Will
I'll
we
play
say bye-bye?
one.
Play us out.
Bye.
Yes.